Don't scroll. Please. If you've ever felt ambitious but lazy, this story is for you. Daniel always believed he was meant for more. Not because someone told him, but because he felt it. Deep down, there was this quiet voice inside him that refused to accept an average life. While others talked about surviving, Daniel talked about winning. While others complained, he dreamed. He dreamed big. He imagined wealth, freedom, respect. He imagined becoming someone people would listen to. He imagined looking back one day and saying, I made it. But there was a problem. Daniel loved comfort. He loved sleep more than sacrifice. He loved scrolling more than studying. He loved planning more than executing. Every night, he would lie on his bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying the future in his head like a movie. In that movie, he was successful. People admired him. Life finally made sense. Then morning came. The alarm rang. Reality knocked. And Daniel pressed snooze. I'll start tomorrow, he whispered, not knowing tomorrow was his biggest enemy. Years passed quietly. Daniel watched people he once felt superior to start moving ahead. That guy who wasn't as smart, he started a small business. That girl who struggled in school, she became consistent and disciplined. Slowly, silently, they passed him. Daniel still had the vision. But vision without action is torture. One evening, Daniel attended a reunion he almost skipped. As he walked into the hall, reality slapped him hard. The same people he once motivated were now the ones speaking on stages, driving nice cars, and talking about opportunities. Someone tapped him on the shoulder and said, Daniel, you were always so ambitious. What are you doing now? He smiled. A painful, empty smile. On his way home that night, the city lights blurred through his tears. Not because life was unfair, but because life had been honest. It gave him exactly what he worked for. That night, Daniel had a conversation with himself, the kind you can't run from. He realized something brutal. Laziness is not sleeping all day. Laziness is knowing what to do, and choosing comfort instead. Laziness is having a dream you respect, but not enough to suffer for. The next morning, nothing magical happened. No sudden motivation. No loud inspiration. No perfect conditions. Daniel woke up tired. Scared. Uncertain. But this time, he didn't negotiate with his feelings. He got up. He worked when his body begged him to rest. He learned when his mind felt slow. He failed and failed again, quietly. There were days he felt stupid. Days he felt behind. Days he questioned himself. But he kept showing up. Not because he felt motivated, but because he was tired of disappointing the future version of himself. Weeks passed. Then months. Results didn't come immediately. And that's where most people quit. But Daniel stayed. He remembered the pain of that reunion. He remembered the regret. Slowly, discipline began to change him. He no longer waited for motivation. He became the kind of person who acted regardless of mood. And one day, something shifted. People started asking him questions. Opportunities started appearing. Confidence replaced excuses. It wasn't overnight success. It was earned progress. Years later, Daniel stood where he once dreamed of standing. Someone asked him, Daniel, what's the secret? He paused and said, I wasn't lazy because I couldn't succeed. I was lazy because I underestimated the price of success. Then he added, ambition is common. Discipline is rare. And discipline is what separates dreamers from winners. Let me tell you something now. You are not lazy because you are weak. You are lazy because comfort has been too kind to you. Your dream is real. Your potential is real. But potential unused is wasted talent. If you don't act, someone less talented than you will outwork you. If you don't move, time will move without you. So start now. Not when you feel ready. Not when it's convenient. Not when motivation comes. Start tired. Start scared. Start imperfect. Because one day, you'll either say, I'm glad I didn't give up. Or, I wish I had started earlier. Kill the laziness, or it will quietly kill the dream.